Thanks BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. BetterHelp is the modern way for us to take control of our mental health and actually start therapy. BetterHelp will help you find a licensed therapist that will give you that outlet you need through the convenience of your own home, because all sessions are done remotely and privately through your phone or your computer. And of course, all these sessions are completely confidential. I've been putting off finding a therapist for years simply because of logistics and just always being on the road and never really being able to find the right time to find a therapist. I've always had identity issues, almost like imposter syndrome, especially after being on Drag Race and adjusting to my new life as this like gay famous drag queen. So it's taken years for me to adjust and be comfortable in my own skin. And now that I'm on BetterHelp, I found an amazing therapist who has helped me to continue to further navigate that. You just sign up and fill out a questionnaire, and within 48 hours, BetterHelp will assign you a licensed therapist that you can start working with immediately. And if it doesn't work out with that therapist, you can request a new one anytime at no extra charge. There's over 2 million people working with BetterHelp therapists, and you can start today and save 10% by clicking the link in the description box below. Thanks again BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and now let's get into this DIY therapeutic waterfall build. So we are visiting my mom down in Florida. Nothing says Florida like a giant Margaritaville parrot, floaty, and bitch. By the time this is over, I will be living on that parrot. She has employed us to help vibe up this backyard space. So we had the genius idea to create a little waterfall feature along this back fence. Jesus, it is so freaking hot and muggy down here. I don't even know what to do or what to say. I can't even believe that I grew up in this kind of heat. It's like actually a little emotionally triggering. We are going to transcend this backyard space into the ultimate oasis. As you can see, she has a few things out, but it's time to bring in the gaze and have us just make it a little bit more. Before we get started, as you can see, this fence has some weird two-tone going on. We feel the need to put a little lipstick on this before we start, so let's just get into it, shall we? My suggestion was to do a little bit of an aged antique teal effect. I don't know if you remember, in our bus conversion, we did this effect on one of the walls in the living room. So recommended that to my mom. She really liked it. I am sweating from the top of my scalp to the tip of my toes.
Yeah, it's
my
like
toes are sweating.
Dripping status.
I need to jump in the pool. Ooh. What do you think of that? Just start with like that much.
Yeah, a little more, like a quarter of the can. Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
I feel like the consistency should be like milk.
Yeah.
Let's start with just a little test spot and see how it goes. You know Mother of Pearl? She's a psycho OCD person. So as much as I want to surprise her with this part, we need to do a test spot and get her approval before we, destroy her.
Commit to the whole.
Ready?
Oh, see, gorgeous.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
Oh my god, so good.
Wow. Oh, it's so pretty. So if you ever want to do this, it's really more of like a 1-to-2 ratio, 1 part paint, 2 parts water.
Yeah.
Right? Let's do like a little bit of a,
Okay.
like a couple of these so she can see it. But we have some very exciting news coming up. Not ready to share it yet, but we have some major life changes happening, and it's happening in the next month or so. So get ready.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. This is Mother of Pearl. You guys remember her from season 7, right? Reunion.
It's a long time ago.
Yes.
Yay.
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
Okay, so come over and give us your approval.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
is it enough though? See, like the board that's got the most on it, like that.
Okay.
I think that would be awesome. Maybe a little more on the bottom.
So you want like
So
10% more.
Yeah, maybe a little more on the bottom. And
Okay. So we'll keep that dilution then.
I think
Perfect.
it looks
the dilution.
awesome.
Yay.
It's gonna look really pretty with the pool.
Yeah.
Blue and the blue and then the blue.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Cool. Thanks.
Mwah.
We finished this fence. Part 1 is complete, and I have to say, she is stunning. We love a distressed moment. Yes. We are going to begin digging up the basin for this waterfall. So we have 2 shovels here. We have to avoid the sprinklers and this little pool light electrical box. So we'll be working around that. But step 1 done. Check.
Look at this music, man. Treat this thing almost like an inner tube.
We dug out the hole and now we're just packing it nice and tight so it's kind of in a perfect square. Use this piece of rebar to help us dig out these holes for the bamboo legs. So we just shoved them deep down in there, twisted them down so they're nice and tight. We're gonna pack them really nice and solid like that one. This is gonna be our little waterfall post, just to give you a little idea of what it'll look like. Yes. So that's pretty much the gist of it. Cool, right? So because we're working with bamboo, it has these little, what are they called? Nodes. They have nodes. So we have to take this rebar and kind of bust through them so that water can flow all the way through. Did it work? You see light? Oh yeah? Oh yeah?
See?
I see it. Dinner! It's like a big bong. I look like such a freaking dork in this hat. We have this pond liner here. We're gonna throw that in there. Get some scissors, cut it, make it all perfect. Put it that way.
Little kitty.
Ginger. Okay, so this is where we're at. Replace those bricks with pebbles. It looks so much better. We ran out of pebbles, so we have to get some more and we'll fill up the basin. But for now, we're gonna work on our top piece of bamboo. All we gotta do is
drill a hole through it so the water pipe can go up in there, and then make lots of little holes on the bottom so the water falls out. I'm getting so excited. This is badass.
Day 2, yesterday we tested out our water pump that we purchased, and it was like way too strong. The water was shooting out of these holes like bullets.
It was an emergency pump.
It was an emergency pump for like floods and stuff. We didn't even realize, and there was no adjustment setting. So went out, bought a much more low-key pump, and we're gonna give this a little test. We got some pretty pebbles since we ran out yesterday. Just some nice white ones. If you're gonna actually do this at home, make sure you rinse your pebbles off so your water stays clear. You can see I did not clean these rocks well enough, and our water is super cloudy. So we're pumping it out and replacing it because that just simply will not do. Okay, let's try that again. Just using some pretty twine, and we're gonna wrap our bamboo together and create a little natural sort of vibe. It's a good idea. Solid. Wow, look at this baby. She's all set up, isn't she gorgeous? So we set it up on a remote control outlet. So let's turn it on and see how it sounds. Yes! What do you think, babe?
I love it.
Love it?
Love it.
Pretty rad, right?
Go around the pool and listen to that for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm ready to jump in right now. All the hard parts are over, and now we can just decorate it and plant some pretty flowers and call it a day. What good is a bamboo waterfall without some tiki torches?
Nice.
Need to cut that. Pretty.
just got finished hanging up these gorgeous metal turtles, giving me very Florida vibes. We found these really amazing solar lights on Amazon. These don't even require an outlet or to be plugged in. They're totally solar, so they only turn on once it becomes dark, so I can't really show you right now, but you'll see in the end how that works. So we're just gonna put these right here. Kind of direct it at the waterfall, so hopefully you'll see the pretty lights shining on the falling water. That's the plan. That look about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll adjust them when they
It gets dark.
Last thing we're gonna do is hang some colorful string lights all along the gutter of the house, so we have a nice vibey light show going on. These are just some cool, colorful Edison bulbs that we found on Amazon. They're shatterproof, totally plastic, and weather resistant, so hopefully we won't get electrocuted when the next hurricane hits. Yes, queen! We just ran those all along the gutter, as I said. Once the sun goes down, we'll turn on all the lights and show you the big reveal. I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty vibey back here, right?
I'm so excited.
Me too! We plugged our string lights into a remote control outlet as well, so that functions on a remote.
Bam.
Kitty! Do you like your new backyard?
Okay, this is the moment you've been waiting for.
Okay, can't wait to see it.
What's it like not being able to go into your own backyard for weeks on end?
Misery. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Come closer.
I love it. I don't know how I've gotten by without it all this time. Oh, honey, I love it. Oh, yay! I love it.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful the flowers are.
I know.
And
They,
the turtles.
these flowers are blooming like completely different every day. There's a new flower.
It's like so therapeutic, you know, like.
Yes.
Oh, and the lights too. The lights are beautiful. Everything looks so beautiful, honey.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Love you.
Love you too.
So that's pretty much it for this backyard makeover video. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration. Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring this video and for inspiring us to be a little bit more mindful about our mental health, and for inspiring this backyard therapeutic makeover. Check out the links in the description below so you can join BetterHelp, and I will see you guys in the next video. Good night. Mwah.